Hello guys, welcome to another video. And today's one is a very short one. We've had a bit of an update to the patch notes. There's some new notes here and some revised notes, so let's take a quick look at those. First, we have the change to stacked decks, diviners, strongboxes, and divination cards that are obtained as rewards from various content that can no longer drop divination cards for boss exclusive items. They've actually revised that to make sure that it is for all items, not just uniques. And then we have some new patch notes here. They're removing the Harvest Craft, which allows you to switch out a stack of Scarabs for a different type. That's being removed as part of the Scarab rework in this patch. And we also have a change here to Convocation, the skill gem which resummons your minions at your location. That is being changed to a gem now which has a maximum level of 1, so it won't gain experience, it doesn't scale in any way. It now has a fixed 2% of life regen for the minions, which is a bit better there than the old level 20 version. And the level requirement for that gem is fixed at level 31. And then we've got a pretty big one here in the item changes, the Mechalarm Belt, which is this one right here. This was a really underused belt. It barely got used at all. It basically spawned a contraption that was somewhat similar to Decoy Totem, but I believe it was a minion. And it was a little bit strange. It would cast a spell in an AoE which would taunt nearby enemies. And it wasn't very good, to be honest with you. We didn't have very much health. That belt is being replaced with the new mechanical belt, which has a gem socket. That's the first gem socket belt that we're seeing in Path of Exile. And I think the addition of this new mechanical belt is a little bit of a response from GGG to what a lot of the community have been saying about gem socket pressure, especially with the addition of the new automation and call to arms support gems, which are only ramping up that socket pressure. So this belt provides an additional gem socket there so that you can maybe place one of those standalone gems like the Convocation there into it, or something like Blood Rage on a melee build, for example. I think this is a nice addition to the game, but I'm not sure how much use it's going to see because the belt slot is really competitive. So we'll have to see how many builds end up actually using that one. There's also another change in the item changes here, added a new suffix modifier that can roll on minion wands and minion shields that grants the level 1 Convocation skill. Now, I'm not a huge minion build player, but I know that Ghazi already made a video on this, so you can go and check out that to see what he thinks of that change. And there's a quest reward change here that changes how Convocation is granted to different characters, so it's no longer offered to the Witch for completing the Lost in Love quest, and it's now no longer purchasable either from Clarissa, by the Templar, or the Scion. Ciosa in the library still has this available for purchase. And there's a bug fix here as well with Rain of Arrows of Artillery, which was actually a pretty big bug, so that's good that that's being removed. That had some pretty ridiculous bossing capabilities with the bug that it had, so that's a good thing that they cleared that one up. And that's going to be it for this one, guys. Let me know what you think of that new mechanical belt. Do you think it's going to be used very much? Will builds be able to replace things like a Stygian Vise with this belt? I'm not sure. It's a little bit of a weird trade-off in the belt slot, so I don't know how I feel about that one. Thank you to my supporters over on Patreon, and thank you for watching this video. As always, stay tuned and stay safe.